Hi, tonight I'm going to talk about becoming a writer. Now, what does it take to become a writer? It's just that you have these thoughts that come into your mind about a story, and you're wondering, geez, could I become a writer? Well, the first thing you want to do is just make the decision to be a writer, and the rest will start to happen. The next thing you know, you're going to be sitting down and thinking about different parts of the story. You don't have to worry about whether it's the beginning or the end or any of that. These thoughts about your story, you just start jotting down on a tablet or a notebook that you keep with you. And each time these thoughts come around, you write them down. The reason you write them down is so that you don't forget them. And you keep writing these things down. You keep your notepad with you if you can. Okay? Now, when you're writing a story, there are certain things that will need to happen in the story, but I'll go into that much more in detail in another video. But to give you an example, there's a thing which is called a setup and a payoff. Every movie, every TV series has setups and payoffs. Now, what does that mean? It means like there's a guy at the desk and he looks very worried. And he reaches behind him, opens up the cabinet, takes out a gun, and he sticks it in the drawer. And he closes the drawer and he's sitting there at his desk. And next thing you know, you hear this knock on the door. Joe, are you in there? I need to see you. And the door swings open. And the guy at the door has a gun. He starts to pull that out of his jacket. And Joe reaches in the drawer and shoots the guy. Well, the setup was Joe putting the gun in the drawer. So when you see that, you know something's going to happen. The payoff was he shot the guy before he was shot. So that's just to kind of simplify it a little bit, okay? Now, one of the things you want to do is after you pretty much compiled your story all together, before you send it out to anyone, you want to make sure you copyright it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as the whole gist of the story and everything is there, that copyright will protect it. Okay? Now, the next thing you do is you get yourself some proofers. Now, why do I say proofers? Because I've gone through a tremendous amount of people who said that they were proofreaders. They even went to universities and stuff, and it's like it doesn't work. One proofer cannot proof a story and get it really well done. The best way to have a story proofed is to have two people go over it at the same time. One reads each sentence out loud, and the other proofer sits there and watches and makes sure that whatever mistakes come up get caught, and the guy that's reading it also picks up whatever mistakes are made. This way, you have a lot better chance of getting your manuscript really perfect. One proofer will not do it. Get two people to do it, and I'll tell you, you'll end up being a lot happier at the other end of it. Okay? Now, one of the things you want to do is the genre of your story, whether it's a mystery, or science fiction, or comedy, whatever it is, when you go to look for publishers, you take a look and say, okay, my book is a fantasy book. So you put in fantasy publishers, and you take a look at what each one of them wants. They'll either want a couple of pages, they may want a little biography on you, they may want your photograph. That's what you send them, nothing else, not the whole book, or you give them exactly what they ask for. Now, what happens? You send out a bunch of these things. And the next thing you know, you start getting rejection slips. Well, okay, you don't pay any attention to them because who knows who is reading it, when the publishing company got it. But there are some publishing companies that are very good, and they have some very good people that will go over the work, and they may even tell you what your story may need a little bit about. This could be fixed up a little bit, so you just go about sending it out and keep sending them out. Now, on this rejection slip thing, there was a guy by the name of Dr. Seuss who wrote these children's books. Now, he got 27 rejection slips before his work was taken. This guy is a very, very good writer, and he's helped out a lot of kids with reading with what he has done. If you want to do children's books, you may want to take a look at his work, get an idea of it, how he promotes those books, what are his successful actions. You want to try to figure those out if you're writing in the genre of children's stories. You want to get fully hatted on whatever it is that's out there, see what's selling, and then how that you can put your work across so that publishers will go, geez, this guy really knows what he's doing. The cover really looks fantastic. The artwork is good. Grammar and punctuation is perfect. This is good for 5th graders to 8th graders. It's great. So whatever it is that those publishers are asking for, you send them in. A lot of times they'll ask you for illustrations as well. Okay? Now, I have a website that has a lot of publishers on it. It also has novelists who are extremely fantastic writers, all notable authors, that you can see what they have to say about writing. There's also some examples in there about writing and writing in first person, second person, third person. There's the limits. It will tell you how many words you need to make a novel or how many words to make a short story. You just go over the site, and it has a tremendous amount of information in it that will help you. And I really hope that what I've said to you this evening will enable you to sit down and really think about yourself as a writer and start writing. I really hope you do well with it. Thank you.